I love the company. Beaubble is a company that works with creators' communities to create the perfect product. I think that's amazing. That's like if you guys and me worked together to make the perfect berry patch product. Imagine, that's what this is. Okay, I just had my first call with Beaubble. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm watching my dreams come true. It's absolutely terrifying and so exciting at the same time. It went so great. I didn't know what to expect. I've never done this before. And the fact that I'm going to create products with my community is literally the only way I told myself I would ever create product. Like I've said this to you guys before, I said the only way I'll ever make a product or anything is if you guys have input in that product and get to test it and know and basically create it with me. And if I could literally dream up a person or a business that I would want to work with on launching product, it would be Beaubble. And I've said that before. And the fact that it's happening and they're interested in me and you guys in my community means so much to me because I'm a small girl, you guys. I am not a mega influencer, but that just shows you the power of community and the power of makeup and the power of connecting over something that you truly care about. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about what it's going to be, at least what the first thing is going to be, because it's something that I talk about all the time. It's something I use every single time I do my makeup, and there's not a lot of options out there in the market for this type of product. So I think it's gonna be amazing. I really hope that people like it and that it's something that they'll actually use and be interested in, at least to start, because literally the sky is the limit. Who knows what we'll create after this, but I can't believe this. Like, I feel like I'm literally in a dream right now. It's February 28th, 2023, and my dreams are coming true. It's crazy.
We did a bunch of illustrations for you. So basically the first one's a strawberry, the other one's a blueberry. And then from there, we basically started kind of doing combinations of different kinds of actual items of like these leaves. But with your new branding, we could basically switch from this one, this is a little bit more simple, to something more like this.
Oh my God.
I love
and
that.
even the stickers as well too, we can even add like kind of like a pattern of like what you have.
When I saw Ray's design, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, but like, that was like beyond what I was expecting.
It stays very authentic to the mood board that you have presented, but like Caroline said, it still has that level of the elevated look.
But I really want to make sure my YouTube subscribers feel involved as well.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to make a video, long form video talking about all of this in the next few weeks so that they have insight as well. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudy and thank you so much for being here. Wow, I'm so excited for this video and to be able to share that I am collaborating with Beaubble to make a freckle pen. Guys, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to dive in this journey with you guys and tell you every single thing, which is what we're doing in today's video. I want to give my YouTube fam the exclusive, give you guys the update, how we got to this point. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go through and talk about other Beaubble products that they have so that you can familiarize yourself with the brand, because I know some people may not know what Beaubble is or what products they have out or who they've collaborated with. So we're gonna talk about all of that, and then maybe I'll show you my sample pen. I don't know, we'll see. And we'll just talk about everything. Don't even know where to begin because I'm so excited, but let's just start from the beginning. And if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm launching a freckle pen. As I said, my name is Rudy and we talk about skincare, makeup, hair care, body care. We do hauls, vlogs, and now we'll be talking about this. So I would love to have you subscribe. Okay, so as I said, we're going to talk about Beaubble and also the freckle launch product and also use the products from the brand all together in this video today. But I wanted to start from the very first time that I interacted with Beaubble and tried to figure out what it was. And first, I'm actually gonna start with one of their brands, which is from a TikToker named Abby, and she is she does like skincare and talks about her family life. And and the brand is called Pavo, and this is their body water, which is actually a body serum, but it is really great also as a primer on the face because it's just like a nice lightweight sort of serum. So I'm actually going to use this on my face as my primer because it is super lightweight, and also it's very, very hydrating, and it just sits really nicely on the skin. Kind of like how I use the Necessaire body serum as a face serum, you can do the same thing with this one. Last summer, I opened a PR box from a brand named Beaubble, and I was like, I don't know if I'd ever heard of them. I didn't think I had, but I saw that they were collaborating with Ellie Thuman, who is one of Emma Chamberlain's best friends. And I was like, oh, I'm curious to see what she's launching and like what this company is. So I said yes to the PR. I knew within a couple days of trying the products that they sent me that this was something special, and I just decided to dive in and do a bunch of research on this brand. So in my first PR package, I received the Ellie collab and then also the Elsa Husk collab. You've probably seen this before. Both of those women are models, and I really had no expectation for what the products were going to be like because I'd never heard of the brand. And I was absolutely blown away by both of the collaborations. I'm also, outside of hydrating my skin, I've been testing the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Drops. I think I like them. They're like hydrating at first, and then they kind of dry down into this like more mattified feel, which is kind of like a perfect mix for me because I like my skin to be super hydrated, but I also like my pores to be filled in right here. It kind of smells strongly of tea tree though, I will say, which like I don't love that, but I have worn it a few times and I haven't had any irritation with it. So anywho, I started testing these products and wearing them all the time. I don't know if I've mentioned them recently. I mean, I've mentioned some stuff recently. We'll get into that. But I started sharing that on my Instagram page, and me and the team at Beaubble followed each other back. And again, I just like went down this rabbit hole of research about the company and found out that one, they're based out of South Korea, which automatically I was like, okay, so they're a good couple years ahead in terms of beauty trends. I found that they had their own lab and formulators, and that instead of creating products like having a brand themselves, they create products with creators and influencers alongside their communities. Does that make sense? Like basically with, let's say, the Ellie collab, they reached out to Ellie, and then Ellie talked to her community about what kind of products to make, and they made it together to make sure it was exactly what they would want. So instead of Beaubble being like, let's just make a lip gloss and have Ellie be the face of it, it was like, no, she is going to make this product with her fans. And I freaking loved that idea. I thought that was amazing. And I basically said to myself, if I were to ever make a product, which I had no intention of making product, by the way, like ever, because it's just such a scary world. By the way, I'm using the Summer Fridays skin tint. And it's such a like oversaturated industry. Everyone's coming out with brands. I really had no interest in that. And I said the only way I would do it is if I could do it either the same way as Beaubble does it or with them. And I knew that it would be this like pipe dream in my life of like making something with them or making something with you guys somehow, but I never expected it to happen. It was just always like a thought, like, you know, I want to be on SNL. Well, okay, I'm probably not going to be on SNL, but you know, it's something I think about. Basically, that's what I thought about it. I just kind of filed it away as this like pipe dream. And I continued to get closer to the team at Beaubble just because, again, like I really valued their business model and I thought it was so cool. And I just wanted to learn more about them and how they did what they did. Also, I did my eyebrows before this because I wanted to try and laminate them because I think I'm gonna get them laminated and I just wanted to like see what it would look like. So I'll keep you updated on that, but they looked just okay. Another way that I got into Beaubble was through the brand Monday Born. And I've talked about Monday Born on this channel many times because their Source Essence has made my favorites list for like 2 years at this point. I'm actually out of it right now, so I'm gonna need to call them. But this is what the branding looks like. This is their rebirth serum, and this is a brand founded by Tenny. And Tenny was an influencer, and she still is, but mostly is a co-founder of this brand with Beaubble. So there's a few different levels of how their company works. They have full-on brands like these two underneath them. And then they have collaborations under them so that they're like a little bit less. Branding is more about the collaboration and less about it being its own standalone thing. You know what I'm trying to say? So they have different levels of how you can work with them. And I always thought that was really cool too, because I don't want to dive into making a brand just yet, but creating a product, I thought, well, that's kind of fun. And then the time went on and they released my favorite product that I have tried from the brand, which is the Diamond Cherry Bombshell from their collaboration with Avery Ovard. You guys know this. This was my favorite lipstick of 2022 and it was in my end of year favorites. I also wore this on my 29th birthday. This is like a prized possession to me. This is a sparkly lip balm that is literally sheer, and we'll get to all of these. Like, we'll put all of these on. After that, I was like, gosh, this brand is so cool. I love the people that they choose to work with. They have a couple other brands that I just don't have product from, so I haven't mentioned them, but I just really admire all the women that they have chosen to align with. And I think they're really smart about it. And I also was like, for a brand that a lot of people have never heard of, they're really getting like big influencers and creators to work with them. So I was just intrigued, of course. And over the winter, or a couple months ago, they actually reached out and asked me if I wanted to do a giant giveaway of the Diamond Cherry Bombshell on my Instagram, and we gave away 35 of them. And it was so cool because I was able to get to know the team and work with them and talk to them about everything. And mind you, during this process, you better believe, since I got their information, I was like in their DMs being like,
oh, you know, Rudy X Beaubble, like, wouldn't that be so fun? Like,
I'm a businesswoman, I'm putting myself out there, like.
Not expecting anything to come back at all. Just being like, I'd love to do something with you one day. Like, you're basically the only people I want to work with. Knowing the caliber of people that they worked with in the past, like, these people have millions of followers. Like, Ellie is a model and Elsa is literally a Victoria's Secret angel. Not quite exactly what I am. So I kind of had a long shot. Again, I didn't think anything would come of it. Now, fast forward to a few weeks later, it is winter 2022, basically right before Christmas. I get an email that is basically the beginning of this whole thing from the founder of beaubble, who we both follow each other. And it basically says, you know, we want to invest in smaller creators and smaller communities because we know the value is there regardless of how big someone's community is. And we know how engaged yours is, which is thanks to y'all. And we want to make something with you. I lost my mind, you guys. I lost my mind. This was like right before Christmas or like right after Christmas, and I was just like, this is the best Christmas present of all time. I just knew when that happened that this year would be a good year for me. Like, that all the hard work and the things that I've done to help make sure people know they can trust me and connect with you guys, and all the stuff that I do behind the scenes was going to pay off because I was going to be able to give back to you guys in a way that was like a tangible thing. So I immediately was like,
Yes, I want to do something, yes.
like, I was feral about it. And keep in mind, beaubble is a super small team. They are based out of Seoul, South Korea, and New York, but the founders are in Seoul. So we have a crazy time difference. We weren't able to connect quite as much as I thought we were going to at first. And they basically said, like, I'm gonna get back to you in the second quarter of the year and we're gonna start, like, hit the ground running. And boy, was she right, you guys. When I say the day that it hit Q2, in my mind, we started boom, 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 like going. So basically in February, which even is before Q3 or Q2 started, I got an email saying, all right, let's get this thing going. These are my two blush options today. By the way, I'm gonna do a swatch, but I think I'm gonna use the cushion. I used the cushion on my Instagram stories and on my TikTok, and then that is the one with Elsa Hosk. This is in the shade Golden Hour. And then this is the stick from Ellie. And I like it. I don't love this formula. I find it to be really, I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I just find it to be really thin and kind of really pigmented, but it ain't my product. I still like it though. But I like the cushion a little bit more. But I'm going to wear this one today because I already wore the cushion yesterday. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand and then tap it in. So come February, basically, she asks me for a list of products, like product categories, being like, what are things that like your community associates you with. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that. I asked you guys, I was like, y'all tell me, what do you guys think of when you think of me and my page? Like, what are the types of products that you would associate me with? And it was a lot of what you would think: skin tint, highlights, cream blushes, things like that. But a really unique answer that was hitting me a lot was faux freckles, because you guys know that I wear faux freckles with everything. I wear faux freckles on my wedding day. Like, I will wear them on a day where I have nothing on, and I will wear them on a day where I have full glam. And I like the kind that I use, but I've never found one that was like super easy to use and looked as natural as I would want them to be. Like, it has taken me a long time to figure out how to make them as natural as I like. And so I just sent them basically that list and was like, here is like the top 5 things that people said. And within a little while, maybe like half a month, we had set up a phone call and immediately started talking about wanting to do faux freckles as our option, and that she was starting to come up with samples. Like, they were moving so fast because they can do everything. They have their own in-house formulator, they have their in-house scientists, branding, marketing team. Like, they are a small startup, but they are mighty and they know what they're doing and what they want to do, which I loved, because I'm also a person who's like, let's do this thing. And there is that blush, and this is from the LA collab in the shade Almafi. I think she only has 1 shade of this and then 2 of the lip gloss, which we will get to as well. So we decided to move forward at first with the freckle pen because it's just something that I feel like the market is sort of missing. Not that there aren't freckle pens out there, but there are none that like are super easy to use, long lasting, and that means that there is a space for something like that we could fill, you know? We got to work right away, you guys. Like, literally, this was a month ago. It feels like I've been doing this for way longer because I haven't been able to talk to you about it. But this was literally a month ago. She sent me a few samples. I actually tried a few different kinds. So I tried one that was like an overnight freckle. It was a DHA based formula, which is what's in Self Tanner. Although it was interesting, it didn't quite work as well as I wanted it to. I liked the idea a lot, and I thought that it would like be innovative and get a lot of press, but it wasn't as easy as I wanted it to be. I want it to be really easy for everyone to use, and I wanted it to be, you could wear it on top of makeup, under makeup, and I felt with the DHA one, if you put it on and it lasted on your skin, you might not be able to wear it over makeup, or your makeup might cover it. So I scratched that one, and then they sent me a couple versions of our first pen, and I loved it, which is, I'm gonna show you the sample today. So I loved the applicator. I had never seen anything like it. I essentially gave my feedback, get our second round. Well, technically it's more than second round because the team had been testing them before they sent them to me to make sure they were good for a while. So we've been through a few samples at this point. But I recently sent in the feedback on the current sample, and the next sample we get is the one that you and I are going to test together. So let's get to that part of why this is the company that I chose to go with and how you guys are going to be involved and invested in this brand with me. So if you missed my announcement on my shorts or on my Instagram or on my TikTok, basically what's happening now is we are choosing 15 people from my community to test the product sample along with me before we make our final tweaks to launch the product coming in the summer. So the product will be launching this July, hopefully. And between now and then, we have to make a lot of decisions together. Like, outside of once we get down the formula itself, I need your guys' help with packaging, naming. Like, I want to know what you think of for marketing. Like, I want you to be behind this 1000% and to get your input on all of that. So we got a lot to do, babes. This video is actually going up after the product testing form has been closed, so I can't give you that option, but hopefully you guys saw that on my community tab. But basically, when I announced this launch, we gave my audience 2.5, 3 days to sign up on my beaubble page, which I will link down below, to be a product tester. And if you missed that, don't worry, because we are also going to be launching a Slack channel where we can talk about all of this stuff together outside of just like my social media pages for people who are like truly interested in helping me build this out. Also, next up for my lips, I'm gonna use the Elsa contour wand. This is the lip contour wand. I'm sorry I haven't zoomed you in. The lip contour wand went viral on TikTok. It's basically like a contour wand that you would use on your face, but for your lips to make them look extra big and juicy. I actually do have that lip liner stain on right now, so they already kind of look pretty good, but we're still gonna use this anyways. I love this product. And that's another thing I like about beaubble, is that everything they make is like really unique and different and not something you really see a lot of, you know? Like, we're making a freckle pen. This is like a lip contour wand. There's a body serum, like a colorful lipstick that has glitter on it. Like, I just love that. It just adds like a little bit of depth to your lip line. So like I said, if you weren't chosen as a product tester, we will be launching other things that I need your input on, but I would highly recommend that you create a beaubble account so that you can also get updates on when this is gonna be going live, when you can get your hands on it, what feedback we need from you, things like that, because that's also where I'll be asking a lot of really important questions after we get the formula down. So these are my two options for lips, and you guys have already seen me use this one before, which is the sparkle one, and if you haven't, I will leave a little link to either a video or that video down below so you can check this out, but I haven't shown you this one. This is the Ellie collab, and it is a lip plumping oil, and this is intense, and this one is in the shade Rose Petal. It comes in 2 shades. It's intense. I don't like to put this too close to my lip line because it will actually get red like outside of my lips, so I just like to focus this right sort of in the middle. It's got a really nice thin hydrating formula, and it plumps. I would say the closest feel to this one is the Fenty Heat. It takes a little while to get there, but once it does, woo! But it's like this really gorgeous pinky nude shade, and I also love this component packaging. I've never seen anything like that.
Are you ready to see my sample?
Also, if you want to give feedback in the comments, absolutely feel free. But this is my sample packaging. It looks like an actual pen. Hattie wants to say hi really quick.
Hi everyone! My belly's covered in freckles. Hey, I love you guys. I love you guys. Hey, it's me, Hattie. Hey.
What is cool about this pen style is, one, it's an actual pen in comparison to like the ones that I usually use that are this small and get lost in your purse. This is the one from Salty Face. It's just like so much easier, and it goes everywhere with me. If you can hear this like clicking so that the ink stays fresh in the pen, it also has like a spring-loaded cap so that you're really making sure that it's locking in and keeping the ink fresh. But here's the coolest part about this product packaging. Look at the tip. Look at it. Look at it. So this tip has a tiny little ball on it for the perfect freckles, but also is malleable enough that you can move the tip, see, like that, and get like oblong shaped freckles or whatever you want. Like, you can do a lot with it. What we're working on now is going to be the color, the intensity, the opaqueness, the thickness of the liquid that comes out of this, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the component, which is so exciting. Look at my lips. Yeah, they already look way bigger, and they're so much more red from that. So anyways, let's put some on, and you guys can tell me what you think. And I hope that a few of you signed up as a product tester in my community tab or saw it, because I really want to make sure my YouTube peeps are represented in that and not just my Instagram and TikTok. So as you can see, like, I like to do the copy and paste method. Like, I'll do ... and then I'll kind of tap it out like that. And I personally love this color, but I do think that it is a little too light for it to be workable for everyone. And I think at this time we're only able to do one color before we can launch other colors. So I want to make sure it's like as universally flattering as possible. And I just love it. It is the easiest freckle pen I've ever used. Obviously, I wouldn't make it if it wasn't. And it is by far the most natural looking that I've ever used. In fact, when I was in improv last week, we had to do this exercise where we were perceiving each other, like really close, like this close to each other. And the guy that I was partnered with said to me, "You have freckles," when he was perceiving me. And I was like, "No, I don't, but I do." So that's kind of like what I've been doing every day, just like this super natural vibe. Whereas I can see like when I'm using my Salty Face one, I obviously love it and have used it for a long time. The color is so dark that it's obvious that they're fake. So I'll show you the difference so you can see sort of what we're working with here in terms of like the color. Is mine, that brown, and then that's the Salty Face. So we are going to figure out the exact color that we want to go with once you guys tell me. I feel like I'm getting into the weeds at this point and I don't want to give too much away, but that's where we're at. I'm so excited. I'm like losing my mind over the fact that I'm able to talk about this. And I didn't want to have too much lead up to this because I hated it when I was younger and watching YouTube videos or in general when someone had a launch and they would be like,
"Can't tell you anything, but..."
I would be like, okay, whatever. So I wanted to wait until I could actually talk about it to show you. So now I can show you and tell you everything. So from here on out, expect a lot of questions about the launch, a lot of updates, videos, pictures, the whole 9 yards. Tell me what questions you guys have in the comments below. You know I answer all of my comments. I would absolutely love for you to join me on beaubble and for us to talk over there about the product launch. Also, if you have any questions on any other beaubble launches that I used today, I think this look is super freaking cute. So if you have questions, let me know. Also, you guys, like, the sky's the limit. If this goes well for us, who knows what we'll do after this, you know? I think we could continue to make more product together and it will be amazing. So only if you want to though. Can you tell I'm nervous? So thank you so much for watching this and for taking the time to learn about what I'm doing and, you know, this really fun idea that I had and being able to do this with me. It means the absolute world to me how many of you have already like invested your time and energy into wanting to test the product and commenting and telling me what your dream freckle pen would be. I read every single thing and I truly take it to heart. So I love you. I'm so excited and I will see you in the next video very soon and very freckly.